श्री राहुल गांधी जी।
Thank you, Speaker Sir, for letting me raise a matter of urgent public importance. Speaker Sir, it's a known fact that China is sitting on 4,000 square kilometers of our territory. I was shocked some time back to see that our Foreign Secretary was cutting a cake with the Chinese ambassador. The question is, what exactly is happening to this territory? 4,000 किलोमीटर हैं, 4,000 किलोमीटर चाइना ने ले लिए हैं और हमारे फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी उनके एम्बेसडर के साथ केक काट रहे हैं। 20 जवान शहीद हुए थे, उनकी शहादत की सेलिब्रेशन हो रही है केक काटकर। अब हम नॉर्मलसी के खिलाफ नहीं हैं, मगर नॉर्मलसी से पहले स्टेटस को होना चाहिए। हमारी जमीन हमें वापस मिलनी चाहिए। वी शुड गेट आवर लैंड बैक। It has also come to my notice that the Prime Minister and the President have written to the Chinese. We are not finding out from our own people. It is the Chinese ambassador who is telling the people of India that the Prime Minister of India and the President of India have written to them. Foreign policy is about managing the external countries. You have given China 44,000 square kilometers of land. On the other side, our ally suddenly decides to impose tariffs on us, 26%, which is going to completely devastate our economy. Our auto industry, our pharmaceutical industry, they're all on the line. Agriculture. So I'm wondering, somebody once asked Indira Gandhi ji, in the matter of foreign policy, do you lean left or do you lean right? And Indira Gandhi ji answered, I don't lean left or right, I stand straight. I'm Indian and I stand straight. And the BJP and the RSS have a different philosophy. When asked, do you lean left or do you lean right? They say, no, we bow our head right in front of every foreigner that comes in front of us. Sir, this is something that is in their culture, it is in their history, we know that. But we would like an answer from the government of India. What are you doing about our land? And what are you going to do? What are you going to do about this tariff that our ally has imposed on us? Thank you.
T.R. Baluji.
Thank you very much, sir.
Some response from the ministry. Minister has to respond.
Sir, yesterday.
Anurag, we would like to.
We would like it, but you're not.
Sir,
We would like to be a minister.
When you are, you can answer.
sir, yesterday, the state of Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Nadu Assembly has resolved a special resolution moved by the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Thalapathy Thiru M.K. Stalin, wherein the unconstitutional ceding of Indian territory, Kachativu, to Sri Lanka. Why I am saying unconstitutional means, see, in 1974, there was an international maritime line boundary agreement. In 1976, there one more agreement quoting the number of points in international boundary line. They demarcated. both the agreement were in both the agreement, State of Tamil Nadu is a party to those agreement. Finally, before I say anything, I should also mention the Supreme Court orders 1960 in the case of Perubari between India and Pakistan. Supreme Court case clearly said that ceding of any land territory should not be done unless otherwise the Parliament approves, Parliament ratifies or recognizes. But ceding of Kachativu has happened in 1976, while the President rule is in vogue. Say they have not consulted the state government, they have not consulted the Parliament. I mean, without the ratifying of the Parliament, this is unconstitutional. The Kachativu, which is the sole breadwinner and the area of fishing grounds of the state of Tamil Nadu is still unconstitutional. It should be retrieved by the honorable minister who are sitting there. They should intimate the Prime Minister of India, so our External Affairs Minister, so that it can happen quickly. Otherwise, it is unconstitutional. Still, it is lying unconstitutional. There is no Parliament sanction, sir. There is no Parliament ratification. So it is unconstitutional giving it to Sri Lanka, sir. So it has to be retrieved early.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, एक महत्वपूर्ण विषय जो आपके माध्यम से मैं सदन में उठाना चाहता हूं। जब से भारत आजाद हुआ, तब से हमारी सीमाओं पर रक्षा करने की जिम्मेदारी भारतीय सेनाओं की थी। ऐसी कौन सी मजबूरी थी जब एक्साइज चीन का एरिया किसके समय वो चीन ने हथिया लिया? किसकी सरकार थी? कब हिंदू चीनी भाई भाई कहते रहे और पीठ पे छुरा घोंपने का काम किया था? किसकी सरकार थी? कौन वो नेता थे जो डोकलाम की घटना के समय चाइना के अधिकारियों के साथ चाइनीज सूप पीते रहे और सेना के जवानों के साथ जाकर खड़े नहीं हुए? वो कौन सी फाउंडेशन है जिसके चाइना के अधिकारियों से पैसा लिया गया और आज तक जवाब नहीं दिया गया? क्या राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन ने वो पैसा लिया था? तो क्यों पैसा लिया था? किस काम के लिए पैसा लिया था? आज मोदी जी की सरकार में हम ये कह सकते हैं, डोकलाम की घटना के समय भी मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया तो भारत की सेना के जवानों ने चीन के सैनिकों को दिया है। प्रधानमंत्री जी स्वयं सीमा पर भी गए, सेना का मनोबल बढ़ाया। रक्षा मंत्री जी गए, 1 इंच जमीन भी भारत की कोई नहीं हथिया पाया तो भारत की सेना ने वो करके दिखाया, तो मोदी सरकार में करके दिखाया है। कुछ लोग चीन के साथ मिलकर झूठे आरोप लगाते हैं और अपनी राजनीतिक रोटियां सेकते हैं। ये केवल राजनीति करते हैं, इनको कुछ नहीं मिलने वाला। इनको जवाब देना होगा कि चाइना से राजीव गांधी फाउंडेशन में पैसा क्यों लिया था?
चंदन चौहान। धन्यवाद स्पीकर।